All right, let's cut right to it. I'm about to walk you through the single most powerful lever you have to drive e-commerce revenue, and chances are you're not pulling it nearly hard enough. 2.5 million. That's how many times Amazon adjusts its prices every single day. Now, that's not just some wild statistic. That's the new baseline for competition. If you're not making smart, data-backed pricing changes at a massive scale, you're not just losing, you're being left behind. And this hits the nail on the head. In today's market, guesswork and those old set-it-and-forget-it price lists, they're not strategies anymore. They're liabilities. Every hour you're not adapting, you are literally leaving money on the table. So what's the answer? It's not about hiring a bigger team or working longer hours. It's about fighting fire with fire. You need a system that operates at machine speed. You need an AI-powered pricing engine. So what is AI dynamic pricing, really? At its heart, it's an automated strategy that goes way beyond basic rules. We're not talking about a simple, if inventory drops below 10, then mark it down. No, we're talking about a system that sifts through millions of data points in real time to pinpoint the absolute best price for every single customer every single time. And this is how it works, high level. First, it just vacuums up huge amounts of data. Then, the AI gets to work, analyzing all that information to predict what's coming next, what customers will want, what your competitors will do. Based on that, boom, prices on your site are updated instantly. But the real magic? It's step 4, continuous learning. Every click, every purchase, even every abandoned cart makes the engine smarter for the very next decision. It's a system that improves itself, 24/7. But look, even the most brilliant AI engine is completely worthless if you don't give it the right fuel. And that fuel is data, high-quality, real-time data. This is probably the most important slide here today. Your AI model is only as good as the data you feed it. If you put stale, incomplete, or just plain wrong data into it, it won't just perform badly. It will actively make terrible decisions that will cost you real money. It's that simple. So let's look at your options for getting that data. The old way, having someone manually check competitor sites, that's a complete non-starter. It's slow, it's riddled with errors, and you can't possibly scale it. You're always reacting to yesterday's prices. The only real option is scalable, automated web scraping that delivers a constant stream of fresh intel right when you need it. Now, not all automated solutions are created equal. You might think, oh, we'll just use public APIs. But honestly, they're often a trap. They have limits, they restrict your access, and they almost never give you the full story. A custom scraping solution, on the other hand, is built for the chaos of the modern web. It can handle prices that change by the minute, get around any roadblocks, and guarantee you get a consistent, reliable flow of the exact data your model needs to thrive. And that brings me to the two things every executive asks about: scalability and legality. Let's be crystal clear. This isn't the Wild West. Professional, ethical web scraping is all about responsibility. It means respecting website rules, it means spreading out your requests so you don't crash anyone's server, and it means being fully compliant with all data privacy laws like GDPR. This can, and absolutely must, be done the right way. I know this can be a complex area, and it's so important to get it right. If you have any questions at all about data compliance or what makes scraping ethical, seriously, drop them in the comments below. We'll get into it. Okay, so we've got the engine, we've got the fuel. Let's talk about what really matters, the results. What's the actual bottom line impact of getting this right? So what kind of revenue lift are we actually talking about here? Well, market studies consistently show that companies that implement dynamic pricing see an average revenue increase of 2 to 5%. Now, for a big retailer, that's not just a rounding error. That's a multi-million-dollar impact on your bottom line. This chart really shows you what's at stake. That gap, that 5% lift, is the difference between a model running on stale, day-old data and one powered by real-time information. That gap represents thousands of missed opportunities, failing to nudge a price up during a flash surge in demand, or not matching a competitor's discount fast enough. A real-time system catches those opportunities automatically. But it gets even better. When you have high-quality, real-time data, you can move on to something called feature engineering. Think about it this way. Raw data tells you what your competitor's price is, but engineered features tell you why. You can track things like price volatility or how often a specific competitor discounts a product. You're giving your AI context, which lets it make exponentially smarter predictions. And it's crucial to see that the ROI here isn't just about top-line sales. It's about protecting your margins by not getting dragged into stupid price wars. It's about building customer loyalty by offering prices that feel fair and relevant. And really, it's about gaining a huge competitive edge by automating millions of smart decisions while everyone else is still stuck looking at spreadsheets. So, how do you actually make this happen in your own organization? Let's break down the next steps into a clear strategic plan. It's really a three-step process. First, you have to get your data infrastructure right. That means a scalable, reliable web scraping solution. That's non-negotiable. Then you develop and train the AI models to hit your specific business goals. Maybe you're after market share, maybe you're focused on maximizing margins. Finally, you deploy it, you integrate it, and you make sure it has a constant drip feed of fresh data so it can keep learning and iterating. So I'll just leave you with this one question. Your competitors are not waiting around. Right now, they are using this exact technology to win sales that should have been yours. So you have to ask yourself, is your pricing strategy built for the market as it was yesterday, or is it ready to dominate the market of tomorrow? If you found this breakdown valuable, give it a like and make sure to subscribe for more data-driven strategies that deliver a real impact.